Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yeah, go.
It's time for the Battle at Berlin 250! 202? I think I did 202 laps. Folks, if you're here for the wreck that took me out of this race, my GoPro battery died before we got that far. I apologize. I have a piggyback charger that stays on it, and apparently that didn't work this race. Don't know what happened there. I'm sorry. I'll try to figure that out so we don't have that problem again. We did catch some other great action. Cleetus McFarland, you may have heard of him. He's that car ahead of me right there, that green and black. Me and him are around each other a lot in this race, so you'll see a lot of footage of him in my video, and on his live stream I was in his video a lot. I looked at the comments on his live stream about me. Yeah, first time I've received any sort of hate on the internet, and I wasn't prepared for that, but hey, it's racing. All the highlights of my video, all the things I deemed interesting, I'm gonna put timestamps down in the description, so if you don't care about my race or anything like that, that's fine. Go click those timestamps and see the good stuff that I label out for you. So yeah, qualified bad, started at the rear, worked through a few spots here early on, and I'm just trying to ride. I eventually go down a few laps, as you do when you start this far back. When you start this far back, you gotta go, and frankly, I didn't. So I was just so out of the track beginning of this race. I started getting better towards the end. But at that point, it was kind of late for me, and I was just trying to log laps, and I drove right into a wreck. You guys probably have seen clips of that wreck. Someone got sent to the wall, and then I thought we were all going to get through it. I was on brand new tires. I drove into one, just like a qualifying lap. And by the time I seen the secondary wreck going on, I got to my brakes, but at that point, Scott was pretty much stopped because of all the chaos that was right in front of him, and my front end locked up, slid my right front right into his left rear, and that was the ride of my life. Never experienced anything like that. There was a split second. I'm like, yeah, I'm going over. Glad I didn't. Talked to Scott after the race. He was fine. I was fine. I landed soft, so normally, sometimes when you go in the air like that, you can really hurt your back when you land, but I rolled right off Scott, so it wasn't bad for me. Just bad for our cars. Ultimately, I damaged my right front upper control arm mount. My shock was bent. So yeah, we got some new parts from Van Dorn, slapped it on, and got it ready for the Saturday race, the big ass Lake 75 that we ran. And I'll be uploading that video here shortly too. I'm sorry about the delay on getting my videos out. That week was hectic. So just got out of work, got home, edited this video, thrown this up, and I'm going to start working on the Saturday video right away. But yeah, at this point I'm just going to thank my crew, everybody that came out. Travis, Caleb, Zach, Chase, Dusty, Nate helped a little bit here and there. Ryan Holtzender up in the spotter stand, first time working with Ryan. He was coaching me lap by lap around this place. That was great to have him up there. He knows this place quite well. So that was a cool experience having him spotting. And I'm sure I just missed someone that was on my crew helping. I'm sorry. It was an overwhelming week. I am appreciative of anyone that threw any assistance my way. Appreciative of any fans I talked to. And yeah, had a heck of a time. Got to thank my sponsors, Donner Farms and My Kids When It Gone Vintage Motorcycle Racing Parts on the hood. On the bumper, got some good footage on the Cleetus cam. That was the Wanger's Bowl up there in Grand Rapids. It's a 2-story bowling alley. Sweet place. Tyler's a great guy. If you're looking for a night out, go check it out. Wanger's Bowl. On the quarter panel, we got Paddle Hard Brewery. Paddle Hard is up in Grayling, so if you're on your way up north and you're on 127, make sure you stop by for a beer and a flatbread pizza, or flatbread sandwich. It's awesome food, awesome drinks. I love it every time I go up there. Anytime I go anywhere north, I make a point to stop there at Paddle Hard Brewery. Thomas Team on the upper quarter panels, real estate. If you're looking to sell a home in the West Michigan area, make sure you look into them. If you choose them to sell your house, I get a little bit of that commission. It goes right into my race program. So you help me out if you go ahead with Thomas Team Real Estate. And they're awesome realtors. I've used them for every single transaction in my life. If you can't tell, I may or may not be related to them. And speaking of realtors, we got Homes by Dusty on my deck lid now. That's my other brother. He's down in the 517 area near Brooklyn, MIS area. So if you're looking to do any real estate transactions down there, he's a licensed builder. He's a realtor. He knows every single thing you can imagine about a house. So look for him if you're in the southeast side of the state for a realtor. Also, a lot of screen printing and vinyl. They make this car look pretty. Dale, I don't know how to say about him, man. I do this auction this raffle for these sponsorship spots, and he turns it all around in like a day or two with pretty much no notice. Gets the vinyl all ready, gets it slapped on the car, makes it look good. I'm just so thankful for what he does for me. On the A-pillar, we got S&G Racing, Shoeco. Look at Shoeco on Facebook. Give them a follow, please. They make all the t-shirts for our team. If you're looking to get some custom t-shirts done, they're going to help you out. Above them, we got Jack's Brush Hoggin, new sponsor, one of the raffle winners. On the roof, Maverick Motorsports. Oh, I should say Maverick Racecraft. Look for them on Facebook. Give them a follow. On the C-pillar, we got the King, Rowdy. All hail Rowdy. Austin Hall's son won one of the raffle spots, and we got a picture of him on the C-pillar. If you haven't seen it, you got to. I think I have pictures of it on the Facebook page. If you don't follow me on Facebook, that's Turn Left Motorsports there also. Go give me a follow on that and go look for the picture of Rowdy. It's cute as. And then we got Jenny's Arts and Creations on the lower door, and No More Racing, two other raffle winners. Thankful to have them along. Jenny's Arts and Creations and No More Racing on the right side got a little tire rub from a very famous person that you'll see later in this video. Whew, my voice is tired. That's all I have, folks. I appreciate you clicking on my videos and watching them. Please make sure you like and comment, and if you haven't subscribed yet and you like racing, I would suggest to do that. Folks, have a good one. Thank you.